What's up, y'all? In this video we're gonna make a key for this 1946, I think he said 1940 something GM Ignition. Now I've already got a key blank in here, but these have a poke hole or two. Some of the GMs actually had two poke holes. That poke hole does nothing until the key turns. So it's a sidebar ignition, and you can tell that because it's off center. If it did not have a sidebar in it, the keyway would be centered in the plug. It's offset because there has to be room for all the sidebar junk to do what it has to do on the one side. So that's how you can tell a sidebar ignition versus a non-sidebar ignition, which most GMs are going to be sidebar. But the way to solve this, the same way you would do any GM 6-cut style ignition, there is no retainer. You can't poke the hole until the key turns. You can't pick a GM sidebar. There's no room to get anything under the lip to press the sidebar down, kind of like GM 10-cut. So you have to drill a hole. We've already gone ahead and got authorization for that. Luckily, the hole is going to be underneath the mounting bracket, and you should only have to drill a super tiny hole. So let's get started with it. All right, so this guy, sidebar is on this side, and it's directly in line with this raised notch right here. So you see that little dot? We're going to put that right there because the sidebar starts at about here, goes to about here. If we go ahead and punch a hole here, which is where the sidebar drops into from the inside, that's why that's cut out. So all we have to do is drill a tiny hole right there to apply pressure to the sidebar. We're going to use a 5/64 drill bit to do that. So let's just go ahead and knock that out real quick. And be careful not to, punch it through real hard and keep drilling. Once you punch through, that's it. Almost there. Oh, I think just punched through. Okay, so there's the sidebar. I don't know if you can see that little shiny metal in there, but now all we have to do is press down on that with a poke tool, which we're just going to use this guy right here. Okay, we're going to apply pressure this way. We're pressing actually down on the sidebar, and then we're just going to rake this guy until we feel this drop down. Okay, drop down. Oh, no, hold up. Let's steady it here. Boop. Nope. No, shoot. Let's try that again. Back when these were more common, I actually had a shorter tool to do this. Makes it kind of awkward holding it when it's longer. Okay. It also doesn't need to be sharp on the tip, but I'm just, like I said, grabbed what I grabbed there. Okay, that just fell down. Okay, there we go. We got it turned. Now that it's turning, we can release that pressure. And I don't know if this is going to be small enough diameter. Let's Let's get just a piece of wire here. Nope. Okay, so as it's starting to turn, we're going to push the wire in here so we feel it drop down. Oh, is that it? So we got a springy thing right here. There it is. Okay, springy. Let me redo this here. Okay, so push down, you can feel that kind of a springy action now, whereas before we didn't have it. Takes 3 hands. Come on. Okay, we're gonna go back. Back. Nope. Boom. There we go. All right, so now that we got that, boom. So that little guy's what we were pushing down to make it turn past where it needed to go. So once it's past, we're good. We got the core out. Now all we got to do is make a key for it. To do that, we can just rake this guy. This is what we were doing before with it out, or, you know, pressing down. You can see a little mark right there where we were pressing down on the sidebar. So doing the same thing out of the plug that we were doing with it in the plug. I'm just gonna rake. At some point it'll drop all the way down and we can measure the wafers. Or conversely, we could pull this off and just read the wafers, but I've got tools to do this. So if you were doing this yourself, you might have to uncap it. Okay, come on. Why are you not dropping down? Okay, one side's down. Okay, you're being stubborn. Okay, how about this? Since you're being stubborn. Now, as far as that hole we left, it's not a big deal. I don't really recommend you trying to refill it because obviously it'll seep down in here. But one thing you do need to do is just get you a little file, just clean that up so that there's not going to be any issue with it on the inside, you know, blocking the retainer, because the retainer needs to kind of boop up in there anyway. So let's just grab kind of this file and reach in there and kind of knock that burr out, because when it goes through it leaves a little burr area on the inside. So we want to get rid of that. Okay, just like this. Boop. Okay, let's go back to this and we can get it picked and read the wafers. Well, it's picking a lot easier inside than it was outside. Nope. Come on. What the heck are you doing? Why is that side not falling down? Super weird. Let's lift them all up. Must be a really high number in the back. Because the front, oh, did it? Come on, you. I think we got very lucky. Hang on. That side is down, but the back's still up. Alright, so I've got this little guy clamped up, so it's going to hold the sidebar down. And we are going to use this little bullet tool to decode the heights of the wafers, which you can actually do by looking at the wafer height in here. Usually when it's a 1 or a 2, it's going to be higher up, and then it's going to be sunk down for a 4 or 5. Here we can tell that these two are pretty close. This looks a little lower than this guy. This looks a little lower than this guy. But we're gonna go ahead and measure this. Base it on this top cut.
I'm sorry, we are not for that service.
We're going to spin it around. See what comes up. 1. See how the line's right above the 1 right there? So this is the highest wafer, and that has a notch that is visible, so we know that's a 1. If we go next to this, you see that notch goes up considerably higher. Spin it around to a 1, it's going to be a 1 again, so we know that's a 1, 1. This is probably going to be a 2 or a 3. 3's too high, so it's going to be a 2, so 1, 1, 2. Okay. That's probably going to be a 3 as well. Yep, it's a little bit shallower than the next one. So that's going to be a 3. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one's deep. 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Or 4. Maybe a 4. 1, 2, 3, 3. No, 4 is a little too low. So make sure you're on the wafer. 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. 2. So 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay, using our 1200, we're gonna get the GM card, cut a key for it, let go of the wafer sidebar, and see if that works. Doesn't drop much. Looks good. Okay, so now all we gotta do is put it back in. We are done. So we need to get this little guy here, just like that. Boop, boop, and turn. We're good to go. And again, no big deal on this hole. You know, you could, you know, screw a screw in there. I don't recommend putting putty in it because that could seep down in there. But honestly, this is not gonna hurt anything being exposed like that. So that's it. Cut a couple of these and get this guy shipped back out. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments on this video or any other ones, post them in the comments section and we'll catch y'all next video.